Now for our feature story of the day. The United States should sell its gold and acquire Bitcoin, says I'm calling him now MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. I'll be explaining why. And Max Keiser believes this is the most likely scenario. He's been calling global hash wars for a long time. He actually coined the term. And Max is predicting 2.2 million per Bitcoin. His previous prediction was 220, and he had to 10x it because of the game theory in play right now. So let's break this baby down, and then we'll dive into some live Q&A. Here we go, ladies and gents. MicroStrategy co-founder Saylor says the U.S. should offload all of its gold and accumulate Bitcoin as part of the new strategy to cement the country's global financial dominance. That's right, in a brand new interview on Yahoo, and it was a very powerful interview. I reposted it the other day on my X account. Let me know, gents, if you've seen it. Saylor says Bitcoin is emerging as the world reserve capital network. People are realizing that Bitcoin is better than the real estate. It is better than the stocks. There's not a single company or real estate property that you would rather own for the long term than Bitcoin, and makes a great point. Saylor, whose company owns the largest corporate holding of Bitcoin in the world, says the U.S. should attempt to control up to a quarter of the entire Bitcoin network. So MicroStrategy, as of today, now controls 2% of the circulating Bitcoin supply. 2% with their new latest acquisition we announced earlier. So he's saying a 0.25%. Holy shit. So that'd be 25% of the Bitcoin supply in the hands of the United States government by offloading its precious metal, because gold is eventually going to zero against the Bitcoin. You already know. Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. If you're a poor man like Peter Schiff, of course, you're going to have some exposure to the gold because you're too stupid or idiotic to purchase Bitcoin, even though you've been watching it go up for the past decade. You can't fix stupid, ladies and gents. Once gold is demonetized, Saylor says the other countries will be forced to acquire the biddy, sending the money into the United States via the Bitcoin network, tilting the world financial chessboard back in the favor of the United States of America. So the very simple idea is to buy 20 or 25% of the Bitcoin network on behalf of the U.S. government. I mean, they print the money out of thin air. It's a no-brainer. Catalyze the development of that world reserve capital network, and then let all the Chinese and the Russians, the foreigners, sell all of their assets and buy the biddy, and then the money flows directly into the U.S. If you want to put a great twist on it, dump your gold. I repeat, dump your gold. Sell all the U.S. gold and buy Bitcoin. Then the trade is free because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold. You'll demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks. I repeat, our enemies hold gold in their banks. So how do you defeat the lizard folk? Sell the gold for the biddy, demonetize their entire net worth. Simple. Back to Saylor. So their assets would go to zero. Our assets would go to $100 trillion, and we would control the world's reserve capital network as well as the world's reserve currency network. Very powerful words there from Mikey the Sailor Man. Toot toot. And here's the tweet from, oh man, it disappeared. I had it up here. The Max Keiser tweet. Where are we at? But anyways, I don't have it pulled up in front of me. I don't want to waste time finding it, but I covered it in yesterday's podcast. And ultimately, Max Keiser broke down why he believes the United States will go that route and demonetize the gold with their Bitcoin holdings, which is a speculative attack, and sending Bitcoin parabolic ultimately to 2.2 million per coin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. I can see 2.2 million occurring. I mean, it's inevitable. I'll say with 100% certainty it will happen. That's pure confidence. Why am I so confident? Because I understand Bitcoin enough, and I understand the US dollar enough, and I understand that your purchasing power of the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease as they continue to print till the wheels fall off. And I also understand that the purchasing power of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase as they continue to print. So it's a no-brainer. All I got to do is look at the US dollar chart versus the Bitcoin chart over the past 16 years, and you will notice one trend. Dollar value going down, Bitcoin skyrocketing. Polar opposites. Save in thy biddy or forever hold thy peace. As simple as that. So there you have it, gentlemen. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree.